I want to quickly explore the LLC business credit products that Wells Fargo has. Okay, so if you have an LLC and you are thinking about getting a business line of credit from Wells Fargo, you really want to watch the show from the beginning till the end. Let me really give you the overview we need to pay attention to here. So when you think about Wells Fargo, they have a constellation of LLC business line of credit, business lines of credit. So the first one that I want to talk about the unsecured business line of credit that Wells Fargo has. The cool thing is that you got to be, if you are in business for 2 or more years, you will love this LLC business line of credit. Because here you have, first of all, there's no annual fee for the first year. This is really good. And the loan amounts that you get actually oscillate from $10,000 to $150,000. So you have a revolving credit line for your LLC, and rates can be very low. I mean, I'm talking about prime plus 1.75%. And what we love here with this Wells Fargo unsecured business line of credit for your LLC is that you have automatic enrollment in a free rewards program. Fantastic. Okay. And so that's one. So you have the Wells Fargo business line of credit. So if you are an LLC that has been in business for 2 or more years, you will qualify for this one. You also have the Wells Fargo Small Business Advantage line of credit for customers, for businesses, for LLCs that have been in business for less than 2 years. Okay. So here you have there's no annual fee. The line amounts are kind of limited, though they're lower. So you have $5,000 all the way to $50,000. But it's something. Okay, when you think about it, it's really something. And the rates here are prime plus 4.50%. You have an automatic enrollment in a free rewards program. And now, if you want to actually qualify for this business line of credit from Wells Fargo, just make sure that you have a FICO score of 600 to 680 at the time of application. Okay, and they will actually ask you. There is a PG that is involved in this. And PG, if you own 51% or more of the LLC, you might have to get a PG. Okay. By the way, welcome back to the show. Really appreciate having you here. We love to have this kind of conversations every now and then to really understand more about the LLC business credit programs at various institutions in the nation here. And the cool thing here is that if you want to get a business line of credit from Wells Fargo, it's great if you are trying to supplement cash flow, expand your business, or cover unexpected expenses. Let me talk to you now about the second business line of credit. That's called the business line of credit. Okay. And so it's not the second, but I just want to really go granular here, explain to you really what we're talking about. So if you are an LLC that has been in business for 2 or more years, this is what you want to listen to. This part is really for you. Okay. So here you have 10 grand to 150 grand. You have a revolving line of credit, no scheduled annual review. So this Wells Fargo is not really bothering you every year to see how the account is maintained, whatever. They just trust you. Okay. Trust with quote unquote, of course. And here, there's no collateral. It is an unsecured line of credit. And so now it does require some personal guarantee for any owner with 25% or more of the applicant business. Now, this PG can be waived, and we have done it over and over and over. It can be waived if you have a strong, long relationship with Wells Fargo. They'll look at your file and really see if you qualify. Not a problem. Okay. But by the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm still having a conversation with you about LLC business lines of credit from Wells Fargo. So we are actually exploring the array of a business line of credit that Wells Fargo has, and especially as those lines of credit pertains to your LLC. And you need to really understand that with this LLC business line of credit from Wells Fargo, you do actually have, there is no cash advance fee. Okay, there's no fee for access checks, online transfers, bill pay, or telephone transfers. There's a 3% $10 minimum fee for ATM and over-the-counter transactions from a bank or financial institutions. Okay, and there is 4% $10 minimum fee for wire transfer advances and for casino cash, quasi-cash transactions when using the business line MasterCard access card. So this is I just need to specify this part. But overall, if you are the takeaway here is that if you have been in business, if your LLC has been in business for at least 2 years, you will qualify with no problem you will qualify for this business line of credit. It has a higher line amount, $150,000, as compared to the one I would talk to you about, shortly, the 50 grand. So this is really good. I want to quickly talk to you now about the Small Business Advantage line of credit. Again, we were having a conversation about all the different types of LLC business lines of credit from Wells Fargo. Okay. And so this Small Business Advantage line of credit is backed by the U.S. Small Business Administration. Okay. So if you have been in business for less than 2 years, you will love this line of credit with Wells Fargo. Here we are speaking about lower credit lines. Okay. $5,000 to $50,000. And in terms of terms, basically this is a 5-year revolving line of credit, no scheduled annual review here, and rates can be as low as prime plus 4.50% interest charge when you use the account. And there's no collateral, so it is an unsecured loan. Okay, obviously you will need to have to post personal guarantee if you are an owner with 20% or more of the applicant business, the applicant LLC that is, and a minimum combined aggregate of a 51% ownership. Okay, and you must also, in addition to that, you must meet US SBA requirements, because here household personal liquid assets should be less than $500,000. Okay, and you need to be a for-profit LLC. Okay, and one thing you also get with this product is that you have a MasterCard access card. This is really good. But see, the thing is, right now a lot of folks are taking advantage of this product in the country, especially in this economy, with all the liquidity drying up. There was an article not long ago in the Wall Street Journal where the article was mentioning the fact that some banks, amid the latest wave of bankruptcies or bankruptcies, some banks are really tightening the credit funnel, if you will. So a lot of LLCs, from single member LLCs to multi-member LLCs, are resorting to lines of credit to actually have access to working capital, to just like regular cash. Okay, so this is really, really, really good. What we love about this Wells Fargo business line program is that you have MasterCard access card, you have business bill pay, so you can pay any company or individual in the United States from your business or personal accounts. You have automatic payments, so you can set up automatic payments from your business checking accounts, and you have overdraft protection, so you can enroll in overdraft protection and link it to your Wells Fargo business checking accounts. Okay. And in terms of this, there is a Wells Fargo business line rewards program that's very interesting, that we love a lot. It allows you to earn 1 point for every dollar. Fantastic. I want to talk to you now about the Wells Fargo Prime line of credit. That's another great product from Wells Fargo for your LLC. So this is typically for ALC businesses with $2 to $10 million in annual sales. You have competitive 0.5% origination fee of the line amount due at the account opening at an annual renewal. Okay, and you have so here the revolving credit lines are really much more. They're really consequential. We were speaking about $100,000 to $1 million. Okay, rates are as low as prime plus 0.5%, subject to a minimum floor rate of 5%. But the only thing is, this Wells Fargo Prime line of credit must be secured by business assets. Okay, and you have monthly interest only payments. Okay, now, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about LLC business lines of credit from Wells Fargo. So I'm really giving you all the details you need to have to actually get the LLC business line of credit you need from Wells Fargo. So this Wells Fargo Prime line of credit is great for short-term working capital expenditures, large purchases for your LLCs, and for making bulk purchases for pricing advantages. Okay, like let's say you have a vendor, right? A vendor that says, we'll sell you this inventory, and if you buy for like 1 million worth of inventory from us, you get 20% discount. If you buy 10 million, you get a 30% discount, 50% discount. And so you see the opportunity, and the product will sell, and you just need to have the cash. So this Wells Fargo Prime line of credit will help you out get the temporary access to actually position your business, to position your LLC in a more positive, in a more, I would say, uplifted light. Okay, and so this is really good, and you have unlimited access up to the line limit during 1 year draw period. Okay, and this line of credit is renewable annually. So every year, Wells Fargo has to go back and look at the line, and they will see whether they're comfortable with how things have been going. If not, they will close it. If yes, they will just keep it open. Okay. Now, if you are interested in any Wells Fargo business line of credit for your LLC right now, I want you to call 1-844-807-5060, and this the line is available Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. through 6 p.m. Pacific. Okay, the number again is 1-844-807-5060, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. through 6 p.m. Pacific. So this is what you have to really do. Let me share with you other Wells Fargo business credit offers for your LLC. Okay, if you are interested in Wells Fargo product in general, you will love the fact that Wells Fargo they are running in parallel an SBA lending program. Okay, so you have, obviously you have loans that are backed by the full faith of the United States government through the US SBA, the Small Business Administration. And this is kind of cool because you have different types of loans that are for the purpose of brevity. In today's conversation, we're going to lump into two categories. We're lump into the 7A program and the 504 program. So when we talk about the SBA 7A program, you are looking at a program that is designed for LLCs looking to acquire an existing business, buy a partner, like buying out a partner, expand it to another location, purchase real estate or equipment, or those looking to combine any of these needs into one loan. Okay, and so this is appropriate for longer term financing for LLCs with net worth below $15 million and an average net income below $5 million. Loan amounts here up to $5 million, term up to 25 years for commercial real estate and up to 10 years for all other purposes. The interest rate can be either fixed or variable depending upon the situation that you're currently finding yourself in. And then, so that's for the SBA 7A. Then you have the SBA 504, and this is designed for businesses looking to expand through land or building acquisition, construction, or equipment purchase. So it's appropriate for longer term financing for businesses with net worth below $50 million and an average net income below $5 million. And terms here are up to 25 years for commercial real estate and up to 10 years for machinery or equipment. Okay, so overall, this is actually a great product. And you also have interest rate either fixed or variable. So the bottom line here is what? The bottom line is you really need to consider whether or not an SBA business line of credit through Wells Fargo will be a better option. Okay, if you don't qualify for the regular loan like through Wells Fargo, maybe you want to give a chance to another credit product. Who knows? Maybe you'll be luckier with that program. So yeah, this is really fantastic. Now, let me give you the approach you need to really have in mind if you are trying to get approved for a Wells Fargo business line of credit. Okay. And first of all, let's just go back to the origin, so to speak. How does a business line of credit work at Wells Fargo or even at other banks, Citi, PNC, Chase, Bank of America? Okay. Now, a line of credit gives your LLC increased financial flexibility and is best used as a tool to help fill gaps in working capital. Okay, so this is just the basic things. Now, there are pros and cons of a small business line of credit for your LLC. So the pros: you only pay interest on the cash you borrowed. This is also accessible with poor credit, not a problem. You have fast access to funds, and you are able to use the line of credit for a variety of purposes. What about the cons? Well, it's much more expensive and there are fees attached to anything anyway. Okay, so you got to be really clear about that. Now, the best business line of credit for your specific LLC will depend on a constellation of factors, like for example, your balance sheet. Where does the bulk of your cash come from? Are you generating revenue right now? Okay. And are you interested in secured or unsecured line of credit? Because this is really important to clarify what really matters, what's really important in terms of whether you're looking for a revolving or non-revolving, a secured or unsecured line of credit. You got to make those decisions. Okay. And it really will depend upon how you work, depend on how you run your business too. And one thing you need to really keep in mind here is that we've been seeing this in the country over and over and over, is that basically big financial institutions are trying right now to actually come with new products all the time to actually win business. So you're going to have in the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to have a more increased set of business lines of credit from banks in the nation. Okay, even though there is consolidation happen at the mega bank level, like those systemically, I got it now, systemically hard to break, whatever, they can't fail. And Wells Fargo is part of it. Now authorities are saying, there could be a possibility to make things a little differently. Okay. And before I close to this conversation, let me just say one thing that's really important for me. It's really important to understand that when you are trying to have a business line of credit from Wells Fargo for your LLC, make sure that you are in business for 6 months minimum, and make sure that you are making at least 25 grand to 50 grand in annual revenue. In some cases, Wells Fargo will want to see more. Okay, but it's really important to understand that if you want to get a business line of credit from Wells Fargo, it's better to go to a branch, or if you want to be on the like online, for example. So you are going to have to attach your most recent bank statements, your business tax ID, your EIN, okay, your social in some cases, your driver's license, your tax returns. You need to have a comprehensive set of financial statements, like a P&L statement of cash, statement of like a P&L statement or cash flow statement. Also, you will need a balance sheet and owner's equity statement. Okay, those are really important elements, and it's really important to understand that if you have a business line of credit from Wells Fargo versus other players, and you compare and contrast that with credit cards, I mean, it's really different, because you have to analyze things like access to cash, rewards, credit limits. Okay, so access to cash, you also need to think about repayment, loan terms, whatever you need to think about to ask yourself, am I doing the right thing? And most importantly, do I have the cash to really do the right thing? So when we talk about business line of credit, loan versus term loan, you have to analyze things like things around repayment, loan terms, user case. Okay, so it's really important for you to actually be careful here in terms of what you're looking for, in terms of what you want to get in the first place anyway. So it's really important, because the lender is analyzing not only your LLC, like the lender in this case Wells Fargo, not just your LLC, but all transactions that your LLC has conducted in the last, say, 3 years or 3 months or 3 days, whatever. It's the bottom line here is that banks in this environment are becoming more and more thorough. Okay, so if you say you're doing something, they will double check. Like I will double check just to make sure that it's really exactly what you say you are going to do. And this is how you start building trust. This is how you build credit over the long run. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about LLC business lines of credit from Wells Fargo, and I just shared a few things with you. I give you an overview, the bonus, the approach that you need to follow. And I just closed today's conversation with Wells Fargo's ability to approve you no matter what. Okay, thank you. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.